Again, today I'm going to be doing part one of What If I Was in My Hero Academia. So let's not waste any time and let's hop straight into this What If. So we're basically going to see me as as all the UA students get on the bus to go to the um, USJ. Basically everything goes the same. They have their talks about quirks, and they talk about Midoriya's quirk. They say how it's similar to All Might. As I speak up and I look at Midoriya, as I say, as a matter of fact, I think Midoriya might have an enhancement quirk. As Midoriya then gulps, hoping that nobody finds out All Might's secret. And at this moment in time, I'm actually going to, I'm not gonna know, but I'm gonna, have a little guess. Is he the son of All Might? But I've seen his mom, so I'm like, he probably has his mother's hair, but he does not really have the physical attributes of All Might, so he might just be like a little bit more on Inko's side. So then I think, well, now that I think about it, him and All Might kind of do look the same, but then his mother looks like that. But I remember when his mother was skinnier, she didn't. No offense. When his mother wasn't wasn't so big, she looked different. So maybe he is the son of All Might, or maybe he's the son of Endeavor. I don't know. That's a story I'll have to figure out on my own. As she then talks, as she then starts to talk up. She also says how my quirk is pretty unique. I tell them about my quirk and about how my wings cannot emit flame cannot emit flames from them. They're more of a defensive type. I can surround my legs or other parts of my body in fire, and then I can emit fire from that part of my body. The only time I can emit flames from my arms is when I awaken my quirk. They ask, what do you mean by awaken? By awaken? Well, you know my dad, the Hawk hero. He died, or more like the Falcon hero. He died a long time ago, but before him came my grandpa, who had the Phoenix bloodline. It's just that his Phoenix was red. Back in the olden days, he was the number 2 hero, and his Phoenix was unstoppable until he emitted these flames from his body. He fought a hero who could somehow, I don't know, I think he could steal quirks. His name was All For One. If he's one of if not the strongest villain ever known, man. Maybe he's even the strongest, maybe he's the first person to ever get quirks. You never know. As we then reach the USJ, Aizawa tells us to shut up. As we go inside, then the villains come, everything goes the same. Everything goes the same with Deku. As I fly over to the Nomu, as Aizawa yells, "You need to be a rescue hero. You need to be a rescue hero right now. That's your best option." But I tell him that I'm more of a defense. I can't just pick up people and fly them away. As Aizawa just grabs his teeth, I rush at the Nomu as the Nomu jumps up in the air and punches me away, making me go flying down to the ground. As Shigaraki orders the Nomu to kill me. As the Nomu jumps in the air and it's about to no homo, but pound me into the ground. Yeah, that sounds better. Pound me into the ground, but then all of a sudden I get up and dodge as I slap my leg into the Nomu's face. it doesn't really do that much damage as I'm stunned by this. The Nomu then punches me in the rib, sending me flying, breaking my rib. I start to heal myself, putting my wings around my body. As the Nomu jumps, he grabs my face and he starts to crush it. And as we then hear a crack, and the Nomu slams my head into the ground. Aizawa then yells, "No!" As I wanna make Momo my girlfriend, bro. I'm not even gonna cap, man. Like at this point, I don't really care because I'm more of a Robin, but oh, Robin is like Momo. Okay, so or Momo's like Robin, yeah, because My Hero Academia came after. Okay, so yeah, so Momo's my girl. She yells, "No!" Thinking that I just died. She starts to run over there as Aizawa tries to stop her. But when she gets over to my body, the Nomu then grabs her by her stomach as he's about to slam her into the ground. As light then starts to emerge, as my body then burns up, turning into pure ashes. Shigarashi then laughs maniacally as he then says, "He's dead! He's dead! I killed him!" And then all of a sudden, a bright light then shines as a phoenix comes out of the ashes. "I'm sorry, man. I don't know who you think you are, but you cannot kill a phoenix." As I then go flying over to the Nomu, and my body, it reaches where the Nomu is, as the Nomu's body then starts to burn up, like crazily. Now, this is just a synopsis of my awakening. So yeah. The Nomu's body then starts to melt as it's trying to regenerate, but the fire is too much. But then all of a sudden, it stops as half of the Nomu's body's gone. It starts to regenerate as it throws away Yamamoto. I then regain all my memories as I slap the Nomu in the face with a burning fire kick, like kind of like Sanji's. As the Nomu, since it's weaker in this state, it falls back on its back. As I fly up in the air, and I'm flying higher and higher, I break through the ceiling, and I keep flying, making, putting more pressure to my altitude. As I fly down, zooming like a peregrine falcon, as I then yell, "Phoenix, drop kick smash!" As I then use both of my legs, and I smash it into the Nomu's chest, shattering, bursting some of the Nomu's organs and shattering its chest. The Nomu, I turn my back on the Nomu for a second as the Nomu then starts to regenerate. The Nomu slaps me away, making me smash into a wall. As I then get mad, All Might then arrives as he then starts to pound into the Nomu. As I form a plan with All Might. All Might then smashes the Nomu, then uppercuts the Nomu. As the Nomu is falling back. But then all of a sudden, I come picking up the Nomu as I'm flying the Nomu up into the air at full velocity, full speed. Aizawa asks, "What is he doing?" As All Might then says, "My dear friend was nice enough to tell me the higher he gets to the sun, the stronger his heat is. The stronger his heat is, the easier it is for him to burn things. You see, he's not like the number 2 hero from a couple of generations ago. I mean, from one generation ago. He's not like his grandfather where he can just burn things instantly. He actually has to fly like a bird. You see, increasing his altitude, going at that speed, is going to burn the Nomu, and including the heat that his wings get, the Nomu should die. Well, that's the plan that we formulated, at least. Let's just hope it works." As Aizawa says, what is he gonna do when he gets the Nomu high enough? He's going to come down, and he's going to smash it into the ground. Smash it into the ground? What do you... Wait. coming at that velocity and speed, with the Nomus already burnt back, should. Yes, Aizawa. Yes, it should. As I'm then zooming down, my eyes then become sharp as I look down, as I see, as I can like kind of sense All Might, and I move away from that area as I'm now zooming to shoot to Shigaraki, and Shigaraki feels the pressure as he says, "Come on, go, mist guy," as the mist guy then starts to suck him in. He fully sucks him in, and I then smash into the ground, shattering the Nomu's back. I was only gonna make this video 10 minutes, but we can go to 20. Shattering the Nomu's back. The Nomu is then a pile of crap, as its arms are melted. Its face is nearly deteriorated. Its legs are still fully formed. Because we ain't gonna have any of that. So, I then fly back up, as I then give the Nomu a sharp glare, making sure that it's dead. The Nomu slowly regenerating, as I then stick my foot right where the Nomu's heart is, and I burn the Nomu's heart. And most of his other organs. As I then walk away, putting down my Phoenix wings, Bakugo just grunts, like he always does, like or stuff like that. Izuku just says, "Whoa, that was amazing," and Todoroki just like Todoroki was kind of weird at the beginning of the series. He didn't really do anything at all. Like, he didn't shoot, bro. All Might then has a flashback of my father, when my father saved All Might from All For One. "All Might, I have a kid by the name of Marco, and I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this fight. My life force is already drained." Somehow he was good enough to drain nearly all of my power. My Phoenix regeneration's not even gonna be enough. But let me tell you something. The Blue Phoenix is the immortal Phoenix. I'm not a Phoenix. I'm just a Falcon. And that is what made me so weak. As I grab All For One by his collar, as my father did, as he's flying up in the air. He then throws All For One up in the sky, as he yells, "Falcon Meteor!" as he smashes his head into All For One, knowing that he's gonna die. He stabs a feather through All For One's gut, which stabs him through the chest, as he smashes All For One into the ground, creating a ginormous hole in All For One's chest. He then dies with a smile on his face. No, he then dies with a smirk on his face, because you know anything about phoenixes, you would know that they love to smirk. As All For One then gets back up, "Foolish, foolish boy, you thought you could kill me. I've killed many who use the phoenix, or any bird users. Now I'm going to go kill your wife, your family." "The hell you're not. Whatever, Rince. Burn!" Huh? As All For One's arms then burned off. And all of a sudden, All Might comes with the United States of Smash to All For One's gut, which sends All For One flying back. All For One opened a portal, knowing that, from the Phoenix he might die, so he might as well just try to stop some stuff. As this one I'm not gonna be ending off this riff right here, but I'm gonna be ending off that section. We then see as one for all, as when Shigaraki gets back, he then says, "Father, he defeated me so easily." Well, that's expected. From the old generation and 2 generations before that, there was a man who had blue flames. His name, Inagisho. Inagisho. Inagisho Phoenix. Yeah, Inagisho Phoenix. One of the strongest I've ever fought. If he is not the strongest, then All Might is. But if he is, that man... that man was a god. If it wasn't for my powers of bewillingness, he would have never died. Well, I actually didn't kill him. I could only seal him into another dimension. The dimension that I sealed him in was called One Piece. Maybe you could probably go there, but at this state I won't be able to bring anybody back from that dimension. But there was also a man in the One Piece world named Marco Phoenix. As we then cut off from that scene, we see as I says, we're gonna start the new test. You know, frick it, bro. We gonna drop 30 on these haters, bro. We're gonna have a new test. It's going to be called we're going to do the UA entrance exam. As we can just skip right into that place. So instead of Bakugo saying all that bull crap, I'm gonna be the one who's saying all that bull crap. As I walk up to the stage and I say, "It's great that everyone's here, and I'm happy. But just get one thing straight. I'm a phoenix, and I'm above all of you, no matter what you say." As I then walk off the stage, having people in the crowd, not people in the crowd. Well, yeah, people in the crowd boo at me, and people at UA boo at me. Like the underlings. As we then start, I look for Midoriya. Like, how could I explain my form right now? That's not, the other stuff. But I basically have the talons on my legs right now. So yeah. I then fly down to Midoriya, picking him up by his hair. As I throw him in the air and he falls on my back, I say, "Come on, we gotta get to number 1 place. To first place. Hey, you." As I look down at the purple-haired boy who looks like he hasn't slept in a couple of weeks. "Why are you helping him?" As I then smirk. As I then fly away, the guy then grunts his teeth. As Midori asks, "Why didn't you answer his question?" Because that might have something to do with his quirk, probably. Oh, okay. That's the reason. Thank you. But why are you flying me? Because, oh, no. Don't think that I'm gonna fly you the entire course. I'm gonna throw you off my back one of these days. Like, here. As I then throw Midoriya off on my back, Midoriya then goes flying on the ground, dropping on the ground, saying, "Oof." As Midoriya then feels his body, like, it's telling him, "Use one for all. Use one for all." As Midoriya then does this, he smashes into the ground as nothing happens. His arm doesn't break. He then looks in shock as I fly down next to him and I say, "You're welcome. I just, you know, healed you up, controlled your arm breaking situation." As I then fly away, Midori then yells, "Thanks, Marco! No biggie. You just gotta repay me. Later, with something. I don't know." As I then go flying away. "Oh, and I want to face you at your full form. So, don't hold back." Well, that was kind of a lie. I didn't I didn't hold back your stuff. I just healed you for when you go into 100%, but you're not even using it. I healed you to the point where you can control your power. It's a special recipe, but you're not gonna want to know what that recipe was. Just because it's called pig liver does not mean that it's pig liver. As I then fly away, nearly vomiting. So yeah. How did the pig liver get in his body? Let's just say that his mouth was open. So, and I just, no homo, stuck it down his throat. So, no, threw it down his throat. That sounds less, you know. As I then fly away, Todoroki then creates a mound of ice, trying to stop the robots. As I then kick down the ice, making everything shudder. Midoriya jumps in the air as he jumps a little bit too high. He's about to fall. He's about to fall on my back. As I then move, like dodging Midoriya. As Midoriya thinks that he's gonna die, he falls on his feet and then he says, "Whoa, what happened?" As all of a sudden, what's his name? Let's see. Bakugo then says, Deku! As I then yell, "Icy hot! Is that all you got?" "Oh, shut it, Phoenix!" As President Mike yells, "Wow! Look at this! The Big Four rookie, the Monster Trio Big Four rookie at UA. Well, it seems we might have some future #1 heroes. Yeah!" As I then yank my foot back. As I then, like do this with my mouth. And I then yell, "Gunshot." As I then blast off into the air, flying faster and faster and faster than I ever have before. This sends a lot of people. It sends the weaklings flying back, and it gives a lot of air to everybody else, pushing them back. As I have a furious lead, Bakugo then says, "Oh, you're done, you're done, Birdhead." As he's flying up to me, as he's starting to explode up to me, I then smash my leg into a podium, which then the rocks then come flying down where Bakugo is, smashing onto Bakugo's leg. I then start to fly away faster and faster, as Midoriya then comes in, as he yells, "Detroit, smash!" Smash! As Midoriya then punches me down, smashing me into the ground. No homo. This then creates a crater as Midoriya is now leading. And then all of a sudden, Todoroki says, "Ice Age!" Oh no, there's no Ice Age in here, but he then yells, "Ice Age!" And then all of a sudden, Midoriya's legs then freeze. Todoroki's now in the front as, what's his name? Endeavor then smirks. He will become stronger than All Might. But then, all of a sudden, I didn't get up as Bakugo gets out of the rubble, furious, enraged. He then goes firing off like he's a madman. As all of a sudden, Izuku breaks out of the ice as he's jumping, like he's airwalking, as he's jumping from place to place. We didn't get to the explosion perk. As when we get to the explosion perk, Izuku, he does the same trick. As this time he has more altitude. I fly as I nearly reach the finish line, stretching out my wing. As Izuku, by the tip of his freaking hair, defeats me. As Todoroki, like, I came in second, Todoroki came in, no, yeah, Todoroki came in third, and Bakugo came in fourth. Bakugo's yelling, growling, even more furious than in the original. As we get to the running around test, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. As Bakugo is smashing the ground, doing stuff like that, and Todoroki's like he's trying to head for Deku, but Deku, he's using that power though. He's literally only using like 15% at this point, but he's using that power, Miku. Don't worry, he's gonna start breaking limbs very soon. Deku then yells, "Detroit, smash airwave!" As an airwave of wind then goes flying at Todoroki. Todoroki then tries to get Deku's $1 million point so bad that he uses his fire. Endeavor smirks as this is going to be a forward clash. So I was going after Bakugo, Bakugo was going after Deku. Bakugo was going after me because I pushed the rubble on him. Todoroki was going after Deku. And in some way I was actually going after Deku because he has the headband, and I was kind of actually going after Todoroki too, trying to snatch both of the headbands. So who do I have on my team? Shoot, I have the copycat boy, yeah, the copy kid. I have the metal kid, yeah, so the kid with the metal, and a few other brainless dummies who really have strong quirks. The two others, one's quirk is called Binage, which that creates like webs. As one's quirk is called Furiousness. As the angrier he gets, the more bombs he can explode. I mean, the more so no, his ability is basically the ability to turn into a dragon, and right now he's in his human dragon form. It's not really a strong form, like, you can defeat it, because his scales aren't, like, super strong, his attack isn't super strong, but once he goes into that hybrid dragon form, he's a little bit more strong, like, he ain't, like, tough stuff, and his scales are actually almost impenetrable. So that's who I'm fighting right now. I mean, no, that's who is on my crew right now. As we're then fly, as we're zooming through the air, and then I then jump on top of the dragon's head as I say, "Sorry, man. Now, Phoenix Clash!" As Bakugo then yells, "Go to hell!" As Todoroki then yells, "I'm gonna get you!" And the heroes are like, "Yeah, we really need to stop this one." As All Might is about to jump in, as he then gets grabbed by Endeavor, as he says, "Let me go, Endeavor!" As Endeavor says, "No." As All Might then stops, "Look, they might all be doing this, but look at their faces." As we then all see a smirk on my face. We see a devilish, evilish kind of grin on Bakugo's face. We see hyper enjoyance on Todoroki's face, and we also see Deku with a smile on his face. As All Might then stops and he says, "Oh, I see. You surely are looking out for the better of the next generation." Endeavor than TSKs. We all then our attacks then collide, sending a boom like a nuclear like the particle accelerator explosion. Yeah, that's how bad it was. Sending people flying back. Now it didn't kill anybody, don't get me. No. As even as Bakugo is then on the ground. So let's say Bakugo tried to hit me, which he hit Deku, which Deku hit Todoroki, which fired some of Bakugo's nuclear explosion over at Todoroki. So Todoroki's the most messed up in this one. Deku, he has a couple of third-degree burns. He has um, a third-degree burn on his arms, which kind of looks like it's dislocated. You know how it is in the original. Bakugo Uh, Bakugo has a Bakugo Bakugo's entire shirt is teared off. He has a couple of burns on his chest and his abdomen. As Todoroki, he his arm is like his arm his fire's regenerating it, but his arm is kind of like fractured, barely fractured. as his as his leg has a couple of burns. His um he's covering his scar on his eye. As we didn't go to me. Huh. Should have told you this, but I'm the ultimate defense. As then, when everybody looks and the dust starts to clear, they then see a bird. This is the only way I was able to survive. The only way I was able to survive, like literally. As I didn't get out of that floor and falling on one of my knees, sitting back like this. Sitting back like this. I literally look like this right now because did you really think they're gonna burn this? Not even bullets could do jack to that. So I don't think that they're gonna burn this. You know what I mean? As I'm on one knee. As let's just say across my chest, I have a major, like, if there was such thing as a 5th-degree burn, bro, you would call it a 5th-degree burn. As medics then start to rush where I am. As I didn't bring Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo in my arms, no homo. And they didn't start to heal, which that kind of cuts off my healing. As after I heal them, I then fall on one knee, fall on the ground. As I say, dang it, I should have healed myself before I healed them. As my body, it's starting to heal, but not as fast as it would usually heal. As Healer Girl or Supergirl or whatever you want to call it, then comes down as she says, it seems like you're healing. But we need to talk. As she then brings me up to her office, she says, you see, Marco, I knew who your grandfather was. And you have better regeneration than him. But even I know what happens. When you heal other people, it's even more harder for you to heal yourself at the moment. So you need to focus on healing yourself before other people. Yes, ma'am. I'll take that into note. As I then walk down to the stadium with a smirk on my face. I then say, hey, what happened to the 1 million headband? Oh, that thing. I then take it out of my pocket. Oh, don't you mean this? As my team then jumps in the air. Yes, as the copy guy says. Well, what did you expect? And this is where I'm going to end this. What if, like, subscribe, share, support, platforms, YouTube. We're out. Peace.